It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
On Monday's show, as we got into listener bingo, I was looking for anyone who had lost their home to a fire. And we heard from a woman who lost her house in a fire. It was in June, and they're going to be dealing with this for the better part of a year. I mean, the inconveniences are crazy, but everybody got out okay, right? So that's the good part. But you have to hear all of this breakdown coming up here in a couple of seconds in the podcast. Let's go. What's rude? That's the question. So it happened yesterday. Kat was selling something on Facebook Marketplace, and a guy shows up. The price of it was $150. The guy shows up with two $100 bills, and it's just rude to not have exact change.
I was very thrown off because I'm like, I don't have. He's like, do you have change? No, I'm normal. I don't have just like random $50 and change for you. You should have thought about that.
How about the way your mom wrapped up her birthday party with the old finger twirl, like, let's wrap it up? Is that rude?
Listen, my mom does a lot of really rude things, but she's like the queen of pointing out etiquette to other people. It's very funny. Like if she were to be sat anywhere near a kitchen, I wish you could see me. She does this like, oh, no, like that to the hostess. You know, it's like I get so instantly hot. People are texting in what I think is rude is people who don't tip their waiter or delivery or waitress or delivery drivers. And I'm sure that is happening often. But to me, that's a case-by-case basis. Are you good? You're going to get a tip.
Brianna texted in, left lane lames. Move your ass.
Yeah.
Is it rude to just hang on the left lane?
It is, but I just normally go around them. But then I give them that Minnesota mouth purse, you know, where you're like, like that. You should be moving over, sir. This one speaking on the speakerphone in public.
Oh.
That is a big one.
My kids are getting so much. By the way, I have a senior in high school. Every time I do talk to text, just because it's easier, he gets so angry. Like he physically gets riled up. Hey, enough of that. I'm like, well, you can't talk to me like that. I mean, if he wasn't bigger than me, I'd take him down. But
one of these days.
What's rude?
The question, that's a perfect question. And I had an answer yesterday when this guy pulls up into my driveway. First of all, led me on this crazy roller coaster on Saturday. He was supposed to pick up that paddle boat that I've been trying to sell. And then all day, I'm like planning around it because I'm like, I have to be home by 3:00 because he's going to be there in the 3:00 hour. I want to be there and ready. And then 3:15 rolls around. I bust back from the city to get home. And then he messages me, hey, work ran late. I'll be there tomorrow at 1. And I'm like, whatever. I'll be home at 1, so it doesn't matter. So I just sent a thumbs up, which speaks for itself, right? And then he gets there yesterday, and I'm in the middle of hosting my mom's 60th birthday. So Derek and Liam run outside to do the swap of the money and the goods. And then he gives us two $100 bills. The boat was $150. And I'm like, you need to come prepared. That's so rude. To assume people have a $50 bill on them, who carries like cash like that? I had a Venmo option. I said, do you have a checkbook?
He could have easily stopped at a gas station and busted that up.
We have a Ralphie's right down the road. You cannot come to my house without passing by a gas station. There are 9. From where he came from, there are 9 available ones.
So on your list of what's rude, it's not paying with exact change.
Assuming that people are going to have change for you when you do a Facebook Marketplace swap.
I think the first thing you got to do is assume that that I've had one interaction on Facebook Marketplace my entire life that went as planned.
Yeah. I know.
It's always a change of date, a change of time. I'm on my way. Can you take a couple extra less dollars? No, shut the hell up. Go home.
You know, I don't know what it is about that burner that I keep touching. It's like,
I think you like it. I think you like the drama.
Well, I like to sell my stuff. I don't like to buy stuff before I sell the stuff I want to sell. And I have 2 more larger items that I have to sell this week.
Is one your recumbent bike?
Don't worry about your own life.
Who's going to buy a recumbent bike?
There will be bidders. I promise you that. There will be bidders. But that was just something that I could answer the question. What's rude?
What's rude is when people answer a question with, I don't care.
Yeah.
No, you do. You do.
But you value people like that. You value people that just say what's on their mind and they don't care. You answer questions like that.
No, I don't. Listen, if you say, hey, Real Housewives of Atlanta, what do you think about that? I don't care.
So that's rude.
But like,
you
hey,
say that.
Do you want pizza or chicken for dinner? I don't care.
But
rude.
they don't. So
you
then
do
you
care.
decide.
You do care.
Be the man and decide.
You got 51% one way or the other. There's never a 50-50. There's never a 50-50. And then if I do make the decision, then for you to give me that side eye,
Yeah.
pizza, really?
So I'll give you that. If you say you don't care, you cannot have an opinion after the food
That's
arrives.
rude.
I'll give you that.
Hey, Victor, what's rude, man?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say my sister's dogs. They're completely untrained. Every time they come over, they're just all over the place, all over us,
Yeah.
all
Your
over our
sister's dogs
furniture.
are rude, or your sister-in-law's rude for bringing those untrained dogs? I would say the latter. She knows better.
Yeah, she should know better, but my wife's just like, let her be. It's just for a little bit. It's not that bad, but I just can't stand it.
No, I would not be able to work with that either.
I'm assuming you don't have dogs.
I do not.
Yeah,
I do not.
this
But
is
if I did, they definitely would not act like that.
And let's assume you're a sports parent. You pop open the back of your car. What should you have in there if you're prepared?
I have a really nice chair that my mom gifted me. It's like one of those REI ones that like rock.
Hydraulic rocker.
I've
Let's
been living
go.
the like folding chair lifestyle forever, like the ones you win at the state fair and stuff.
Or you get for $4 at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, and I didn't know what I was missing out on, and now I'm just like the lap of luxury. I have that. I have a blanket, which is weird because he doesn't really play any sports where it gets cold out. You know, today might be a little chilly.
End of the
but,
football season is always a little chilly.
and then I have an SPF spray bottle, which has been in my car through really hot days and really cold days, so it probably shouldn't be put on
Doesn't
skin.
work anymore, no.
And then I have sunglasses. So I think I'm pretty prepared for being outside for sports. But I met a woman that, you know, sometimes you meet those moms that just have their ish together and you're like, wow, you know, where'd you think of all this? Like she had a snackle box. She had.
Oh, go back. What's a snackle box?
It's exactly what you think it is.
It's just a tackle box full of snacks.
Yes. And she's beautiful. And she has 3 little girls. And then she has a son that plays. And then she had, what does she have? Like this 3-tiered organizer that normally you'd put like your medicine in at home or whatever, but she has extra clothes in there.
It's too
She
much
has
already. It's too
diapers
much.
in there. You say it's too much because you don't live that life. If she's sitting there and her kid rooster
did.
tails it, now she has everything she needs. She has new clothes. She just like anything that pops up, this woman is ready, you know, when it comes to sports.
Why are you
So-
hating on that?
No, I'm not. I'm saying what should you have in your car as a sports parent?
It all changes when they get older, too. Mine is more now like Advil, Ben Gay kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
Sports Rub.
I should have an umbrella. I got rid of my
Oh, my
umbrella.
wife's got a couple of those, yeah.
What else should I have? I just feel like there are so many things, like things that will make you comfortable
You know what
while
you
you
need?
watch your child.
Hydration packets that you can throw in water. You should have half a dozen of those.
Okay.
Should have probably a bandage kit. You know what I mean? Something for the bleed.
Little first aid kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the chairs. You got
What
the.
do you think? What should I have in my car? We have a sales intern in today that is just appeasing us. What do you think?
Like, you guys are great.
Oh, so tampons. Bloody noses. All right. Got that.
For people that couldn't hear him on the mic when he said, okay, tampons right away.
I relate it.
What else should you have in your car if you're a mom or dad? So what else is missing? What else should we have in our car? Megan, I'd like you to help us out here real quick. As Kat was talking about this new mom in her son's athletic area that apparently has got it all together. She's got the storage units and everything in the back of her vehicle. But what else should you have in your vehicle if you're an athletic mom? Something that's going to make Kat feel worse about herself.
First off, she's not a horrible mother, but
No, let's just make her feel that way.
He's great.
I always carry a first aid kit, and I always carry. So I'm a healthcare nurse or whatever. So I always carry stuff for injuries too, in case he rolls an ankle or we have, a knee issue or something. So I always have extra stuff like that.
You're the mom that says, I got it. And then we see her come back 2 minutes later with everything that will fix the situation. We need a mom like that in every crowd.
That's literally what I am. I'm also probably the athletic trainer. So everyone that needs to be taped up comes to me.
That's great. I mean, you're covering all these roles, and then what's going to happen, though, is they're going to get to be like a freshman or a sophomore in school, and they're actually going to have trainers, and then they're going to go, you don't do it like my mom. It's the spooky season. It's also the year of the Taylor and the Travis. So bright people in Missouri decided to take advantage of this. They made a haunted corn maze.
Okay.
Out of the numbers 13 and 87, her lucky number and his football number. And people say they're having a good time. But the first couple of kids that went through, apparently, it's supposed to take you like 15 minutes. Took these kids an hour because they couldn't find their way out and they were kind of panicky.
I just don't hate the corn mazes. I don't like them. I don't, it's like an escape room. It's not fun for me. I like to just walk in a straight line. That's just me.
You ever had something bad happen on one of these?
Not bad, but I do remember just there was a haunted house that they had told us was really haunted, and the people that work there have these experiences all the time. And I swear that my ankle was grabbed when we were walking through. I was with a group of girls, and I'm like, no, it had to have been a worker. And they said that they had only one person working in that house that day. And it was at the beginning of the house. So, as you walk around the house, you're the one creeping yourself out. But I'm like, I swear, something grabbed my ankle. What was it?
Adam, you got a good story for this time of the year for us, bud?
Back in my early 20s, I went with a bunch of group of friends to a haunted maze, and anyone with a chainsaw chasing me is always bad news.
Yep.
I get shook to my core. My skeleton's running out of my flesh, pretty much. I pretty much gambled over all the group, and I stepped on one of my friend's jeans and completely ripped them by accident because I was just terrified.
Yeah.
I was more focused on getting out of there.
Right.
Like a chain of events there.
I don't do well with that fight or flight thing. There's just I'm programmed the wrong way. You went to the haunted maze, you went to the haunted house, and it didn't go as planned. Lauren, what do you got for us?
Oh, my God. The craziest time it happened was a few years ago, and my mom was there and everything. And my mom did not tell me where we were going because she knew it was going to happen. And this clown, which, by the way, I'm terrified of clowns. I punched a clown in the face that day.
Yeah.
We got chased by somebody with a chainsaw. Fell over a hay barrel.
So, the worst case scenario.
Into one of the workers. Very true stories. It was a great time. I laugh about it now, but at the time I was very upset.
Yeah. And that's my biggest fear is that you're going to jump out of that little curtain and I'm going to hit you.
Yeah,
I
wonder
don't
if
want to hit you.
They know that that's the risk they're willing to take by
No, because you're
taking
15
on,
and they're paying you $12 an hour and you think it's funny to jump out at strangers.
Yeah, and then get clocked in the face.
The problem is you defend yourself in a reactionary mode. It's bad news all around. You went to the haunted house. It didn't go as planned. Maybe you punched a clown. But tell me about the booty thing. Are you somebody who's going to do the booty warmers and the AC in the middle of January living up here? If so, I'd love to hear from you. 320-251-1047.
Coming up next with Cat and JJ.
Realizing this is more normal than I thought. Let's get to bingo this morning. Got a couple of things we're looking for, basically for you to call in. If you're somebody listening who
does not have social media. I met someone this weekend that just does not. I took a photo with her. I said, let me tag you on social. She's like, oh, I don't have socials. And she just seemed very light. She just seemed very happy.
Happy, probably.
Yeah, unbothered. But for me, I was like, you don't have one, so you don't have social media at all.
I'm looking for anyone listening who has had their house burned down. Could there be a more traumatic event in your life?
I don't think so.
It's the biggest purchase you'll make, maybe outside your education. And all of a sudden, it's ashes.
I talk about not being attached to anything. If my house burned down, but my family members were out of it, I wouldn't be attached to anything inside there. But it's the aftermath. It's the having to call insurance, starting over, having no clothes. That's a big
Where are you going to live
journey
for the next year while you rebuild a house or
Very
find
stressful.
another house? And the reason I ask is almost every day I come in here and I turn on the TV. And one of the first news stories I see is something about somebody's house burning down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, your life is upside down. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. Did you guys lose your home too? To a fire?
Kitchen fire, and it went to the kitchen and living room, so the whole main floor has to be replaced, and then the whole house had smoke damage, so all of our belongings were taken, and so we got some back, but all the mattresses, all the toys, everything that was in the kitchen, and we're still not living in our home yet. It's still being demolition. And
how long ago was this? You guys have been out of your home for how long?
Since June 28th.
Oh, wow.
I mean, do they have a time frame for you? It's probably going to be past Christmas then if it's not done now, right?
Yeah, well, they said up to like 6 months, but everything has been taking longer. They're finally at the demolition stage, so we're grateful for that. But
where'd you say you were living?
It's kind of in the air. My family and I, we live in St. Stephen, but now we are relocated to St. Cloud.
I mean, I guess like I think Kat was asking, like, are you guys in an apartment, in a hotel? Did you find another home to live in the meantime? Are you with family?
For 3 weeks, we lived in the Hilton. We all shared a room. It wasn't really...
How many people shared a Hilton room? I have to hear this.
4 of us, 2 kids, 2 adults, and my dog.
Oh, my
so
God.
So I couldn't let us stay there. So I was looking for rental places, and we got 2 of them that were approved through the relocation specialist, through the insurance. So just a lot of channels that we've been having to go through to get approved for that.
I'm sure you're just so stressed. So I'm wondering, would it be a better route for an insurance company to just demo a house and then just give you money to rebuild? I feel like it's more expensive to keep up with the hotel
I'm sure they crunch
bills
the numbers. That's what they do, right?
Yeah, and well, the thing is they go through a salvageable and unsalvageable, and then your belongings get taken out. So, like, clothing that can be saved and stuff, it will go to one place, and then your electronics will go to another place, and then say, like, they could save a bed frame. So then that would go to another place, and then they log everything, and then they tell you what is salvageable and not salvageable. And so we don't even know what we have yet, really, because when they log stuff, they'll just put, like, dresser or, picture frame.
Yeah. When it's all said and done, this is going to be well over a year of your life turned upside down, isn't it?
Yeah, and, like, I mean, I'm not a stay-at-home mom, so I think it affected me and the kids just because we had everything that was our day.
Yeah, right.
So sad.
Well, I hope they figure it out sooner rather than later. This is such an ordeal for your family.
Good to get you back in your own home. Hey, thanks for sharing your story with us. I appreciate it. Congrats to Caroline, who won Ed Sheeran tickets from us Monday morning in the Playhouse. Join us for our live show at 8:05 for another pair Tuesday morning, plus 4 chances to win big cash Tuesday during the live show as we put the wraps on the podcast.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo!
Bingo what bingo? Bingo! Bingo!
Onika got through, but we've yet to find out. Is she somebody listening who
does not have social media? So I read that experts think that September of 2025 is going to be the peak year of social media.
So we're past it now.
Like,
it's over.
And I think people, as far as having it be a peak, it is like the point of people not wanting to see all the crud that was on there in September. I think they're over it. I think they're drained. And they're like, if I look again, it just gives me bad feels. It's like when I was watching Handmaid's Tale and I had to stop because I'm like, I don't feel good at all watching the show. I'm not going to go back. So if that's the case, you just don't have social media at all.
I bet my usage is down at least 75% in the last year.
Okay.
There's not much good on there anymore. You know what I mean? Or I can directly search out what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The scrolling just, I'm on the hunt for anyone listening who has unfortunately had their house burned down. I just noticed when we get in the studio, I always turn on one of the news stations just to make sure we're not behind on something. And there's always a house fire. Always a house fire that's leading on the news. Yeah. Onika, good morning. Which one do you fit?
The house fire.
Oh, no. What happened? Tell us about it.
Well, I fell asleep with one of those tea light candles burning and burnt down my house. My dog woke me up to tell me that the house was on fire to let me know, and I got out of the house with her and my car.
Wow. So how do you live your life now? Did it forever scar you, like no candles in Onika's house, or do you just like do the triple checking?
Well, it took me a few years before I started to use a candle again, but yeah, I definitely triple check.
Okay. Because I know when JJ had like a car fire in his garage, his oldest son, was very nervous about like candles being lit in the house.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a candle that caused the fire. I think it was just maybe
engine fire.
Yeah.
Caught some oil, caught on fire, and burned down my garage. But like you lost your entire home though.
Yeah.
Oh, now how does that work after that? I mean, you're obviously at fault, but do you have insurance? Did you rebuild? Did you move on? How'd that all work afterwards?
I moved on.
Okay.
It got rebuilt and sold, but I moved on.
Scary stuff.
And what was the item that you lost that was the most devastating?
There was a couple of them. One was my grandfather's baseball glove.
Okay.
And the other two items were blankets that were made for me from family members that passed.
Okay.
Oof.
So
It's a rough gig.
Like I said, there are certain items in my house that like really nothing would bother me if they were gone. But if it was like Liam's memory box or whatever with all of his stuff from when he was a kindergartner to
Like his belly
today.
button cord?
Yeah, teeth, stuff like that the tooth fairy would leave behind. I want those teeth for life. So
Stop with the teeth thing.
we'll make a doll later.
Wait, don't tell me you used to do you have kids, Onika?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you think it's weird for somebody to keep their kids' baby teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't alone on that one. I hope you have a great morning. Thanks for your
You'll change your
story.
tune.
Take care. I appreciate you.
So we had a nice get together for my mom's 60th birthday and had some yummy appetizers and a baked potato bar and her favorite pound cake. And so we were just kind of hanging around, and it was very 60-year-old on brand.
When do you that's just
that
you've given up. She gave up at life. If your birthday party is a potato bar with pound cake.
I threw it.
Well,
though.
she gave up then. You're conscious of the fact that she's just given up.
Well, she had made mention the night before that she's like, God, I feel like it's all downhill from here. I said, you gotta think positively. What is happening?
Bar is the highlight of your birthday.
But it had chili too. So you're telling me you wouldn't have eaten at all?
I'm not saying I wouldn't have eaten it, but I would have been. Listen, if my birthday rolls around here in a couple of days and my family celebrates my life with a potato bar, they're all off the wheel.
What screams celebration to you? What food?
Just even pizza or wings.
Okay.
But a potato bar, I still got to do all the work. You're just leaving a bunch of crap out there for me to put on a potato.
Anyway.
And the pound cake, too.
The
Not
pound cake was delicious.
Not an ice cream
Sarah
cake,
Lee.
but pound cake.
Anyway, we were sitting around and we were on my couches and just conversing. And my sister-in-law, I don't know if you heard anything this weekend that you did not know before, but I'm not hip to the water polo world.
Who is?
Do you watch water
it's
polo?
so hard to get a horse in the pool.
Did you know that they do dirty moves underneath the water where the referees can't see?
Oh, they kick each other in the nuts and stuff?
Well, no, they'll pull each other's little Speedos down. and then you're flopping around in the water because sometimes you're in 9 feet of water and treading water, all the while trying to pull up your Speedo so your junk doesn't hang out underneath the water
and who
line.
was getting you hip to the water polo world?
My sister-in-law, Jan. She was like, did you know? Out of nowhere, by the way. She is no, she's just one of those nugget people that have random nuggets of information. We didn't believe her. So, of course, Googling, and it's true. So I'm wondering if you learned something new this weekend, what did you learn? Because odds of you sharing it with us, maybe we don't know.
I would have thought some of the least dirty athletes would have been water polo players.
Yeah, why is it so hard to say?
Water polo.
Water polo. But it was weird. It was like, why, it's kind of a dirty go-to. You're just going to trouse them.
The dirty Sanchez underwater? You're going to go?
No. Used it wrong
and plus,
again.
How do you get the horse out?
Anyway.
Do girls do it too, or is it only boys?
No, girls don't do that. And I don't think girls play water polo.
No, of course they do.
Girl water polo team?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an Olympic female water polo team.
Okay, see, I'm going to Google that today. Learn that.
I would be interested if any colleges have a female water polo team around.
Oh, okay. Don't wait for me. I'm a slow typer.
Breastfeeding in public across the United States wasn't legal until 2018. Is
that true? In all states. Yeah, I'm sure that there were a few holdouts.
The stragglers
they didn't want to
were
see any boobs.
Utah and Idaho.
Yeah, I believe that.
So
more conservative there, obviously.
Crazy, though. You couldn't breastfeed in public for all those years?
Isn't that wild? All the men that can't handle
That's what bothers me the most. Is when a guy's like, "Oh, would you look at that?"
Put those away. You know what? Actually, I'm going to say that I would think that it might be even. There might be a lot of women that give other women a hard time too.
Why?
Like, wear something over. Like, don't show that. It's weird.
My kids might see it. Yeah, heaven forbid they know how to get food.
I'm very good at just like saying those are sexy boobs, and then those boobs are being used right now for nutrition. I'm very good at like being able to compartmentalize.
You're right.
Those
there is
two.
a sexy boob and there's a utilitarian boob.
Yeah, and sometimes they go hand in hand. You know, when one's done, then the other one can be sexy. And I don't know. Yeah, we gotta get over some stuff, I think.
Look at us.
Look at us.
We're the cultural leaders around here. Morning. Appreciate you rolling with us. It's Kat and JJ. Hey, tell me a favor. Do you do this? So my friend Blaine, his wife Lauren, year round puts her AC on in the car with the seat heater on.
I just did that today.
You are psycho.
It was 46 degrees out on my way in. But when I got in my car, in my garage, it was 68 degrees. I was already overstimulated. My hair, like I was trying to get my hair in a pony. And then I was like, no, I don't want a pony. And then it got stuck and some hair snagged. And I was just like, some coffee had spilled on my sock already. So I was just over it before I left. And then when I got in the car, I was sweaty. So I cranked my AC and then I got too cold. And then I put my seat heaters on. I was a mess.
That's all before you got to work.
This was all within 4 minutes of my drive. But overall, I was pretty comfortable on my ride in.
So throughout the winter, you will have the AC on in your car and the seat heaters on too?
Yes. And then I'll have my iced coffee. It doesn't matter how cold it is. We could get to like 40 below and I will have a cold brew in my hand. I'm not one of those that like sits there and blows on their hot cup of coffee or their cider or whatever. I need a cold brew.
Is this normal? That's all I want to know. And what I'm realizing is people are texting in. This is more of a chick thing, but to turn the booty warmers on and the AC on, no matter what the temperature is outside, you know what gets me? The people, and I saw a few this weekend, who have very, very nice convertibles, whether it's BMW, maybe a Mercedes, and you have the top down and the windows up.
Okay.
That's a psychotic move.
Well, that means you don't want your hair in it. Listen, I used to have a convertible. That was my first car, was a Mazda Miata, and it would regulate your hair flow. So if I had my windows down, my hair would be hitting my face. It would be all over like a tornado. If you have your windows up, the top just blows the top of your head.
It looks so goofy. It looks absolutely insane.